Radheshyam Japo Hare Krishna Hare Ram Vayonitai Gaura Radheshyam Japo Hare Krishna Hare Ram Vayonitai Gaura Radheshyam Japo Hare Krishna Hare Ram. Jay Sri Radheshyam. Sri Gurudev Namo Namah. Jai Guru, Jai Guru, Jai Guru. Twameva Mata Cha Pita Twameva. Twameva Vandushka Sakha Twameva. Twameva Vidyam Dravinam Twameva. Twameva Sarvamam Deva Deva. Srimad Bhagavatam 2.3.1 Book 2, Discourse 3 Worship of different deities for the gratification of various desire and the superiority of devotion to the Lord. Sri Sukha said, I have thus told you all you asked me, viz., what should men who are thoughtful among human beings do when their end has arrived? 2. A seeker of preeminence in sacred knowledge should worship the sage Brihaspati, the preceptor of the gods. Even so, he who seeks to acquire keenness of the senses should worship Indra, while a seeker of progeny should propitiate the Prajapati's gods presiding over creation. The seeker of prosperity should worship the divine Maya, the Lord omnipotency of the goddess presiding over Prakriti or primordial matter. And the seeker of indefatigable energy should adore the god of fire. Similarly, a seeker of wealth should worship the class of gods known as the Vasus, while the powerful man who aspires for more power should worship another class of gods, called the Rudras. A seeker of food and foodstuffs should worship Aditi. The mother of the gods, while he who seeks an abode in heaven should adore the sons of Aditi, the 12 Adityas. A seeker of sovereignty should worship the Vishvedevas, a particular class of gods born of Vishvedevas. While a ruler who desires to secure the allegiance of his subjects should worship the Sadyas, another class of gods. A seeker of long life should worship the twin gods, the Ashvis, the doctor of the gods, physicians. And he who desires stoutness should worship the goddess Earth. Similarly, he who seeks stability of position or worldly prestige should adore the two mothers of the world, the goddess Earth and Dyauhu, the goddess presiding over the heavens. A seeker of personal charm should worship the Gandharvas, while he who desires to have a lovely wife should adore the celestial nymph Urvasi. Even so, he who seeks lordship over all should worship Brahma. A seeker of renown should worship Lord Vishnu, the Lord of sacrifices, or the deity presiding over sacrifices, while a seeker of treasures should adore Varuna, the God presiding over the waters. Even so, he who seeks to acquire learning should worship Lord Shiva, while a seeker of conjugal happiness should adore Goddess Uma, so devoted to her Lord. He who aspired to lead a pious life should worship Lord Vishnu of excellent renown, while he who desires to propagate his race should adore the Pitris, the Manes. He who seeks protection against odds should worship the Yakshas, a class of demigods, while a seeker of bodily vigor should adore the class of gods known as the Maruts, the wind gods. He who seeks to acquire a kingdom should worship the gods that rule over the world for a world Manvantara, the age or period of the Manu, while he who seeks to employ spells for some malevolent purpose should adore Nirti, the goddess of death, or the demon presiding over the southwests. Radheshyam, you are asking what is this? This is Srimad Bhagavatam, Book 2, Discourse 3. Even so, the seeker of sense gratification should worship Soma, the moon god, while he who longs for the cessation of all desires should adore the Lord who transcends Prakriti or matter. A wise man, whether he has no desire at all or is actuated by all sorts of desires, of those mentioned in the above verses and others too, or seeks liberation, final beatitude, should worship the Supreme Person with intense devotion. 11. The attainment of the highest good, even for those who worship Indra and the other gods, lies in developing unswerving devotion to the Lord through the fellowship of his devotees. 12. As a result of the discourses on Sri Hari that are held in the company of devotees, dawns that spiritual enlightenment which sets at rest the waves in the form of passions. Nay, the heart gets purated and is filled with joy, and one develops an aversion for the pleasures of senses and a love for devotion, which is an esteemed road to final beatitude. Having once tasted the joy of listening to such discourse on Sri Hari, who will cease taking delight in them? 13. Saunaka said, on hearing these words of Sukha, what else did King Pariksit, the foremost of the Bharatas, then ask the son of Vyas, who was not only a seer but well versed in the Vedas too? 14. Shuta, learn as you are, kindly reveal all that to us, who are keen to hear the same. For in an assembly of holy men there must be talks that ultimately leads to discourse on Sri Hari. 15. The great Kar warrior, King Pariksit, a descendant of Pandu, was a great devotee of the Lord. Playing with toys, loved by children, he made the worship of Sri Krishna as one of his sports. 16. The holy Shuka, the son of Vyasa, is also exclusively devoted to Lord Vasudeva, Sri Krishna. And it is but natural that where holy men meet, there are sublime talks saturated with the virtues of the Lord, whose praises are sung, by exalted souls well versed in the Vedas. 17. The rising and setting sun steals away in vain the life of all human beings, except that of the man who spends even a single moment in talks about the Lord of excellent fame. 18. Do not trees live? Do not billows also breathe? And do not the other domestic animals, other than the human beasts, take their food and copulate? 19. The human beast who has never heard the story of Sri Krishna has been declared to be as good as a dog, a swine, a camel, or a donkey. Are we agree on this? 20. The ears of a man who does not hear the stories of the exploits of the Lord are mere holes that serve no useful purpose, and his tongue is as bad as that of a frog, if it does not recount the stories of Lord Vishnu, who is extolled in numerous ways. 21. A head which, though decked with a silk turban or a crown, never bows to Lord Mukunda, the bestower of liberation, is only a burden. Even so, the hands which, though adorned with crystals of gold, never offer worship to Sri Hari, are as God as those of a dead man. 22. And those human eyes that do not gaze on the image of Lord Vishnu are as useless as the eyes on the tail of a peacock. 22. Similarly, the human feet which do not visit places sacred to Sri Hari are as good as the roots of the trees. 23. A mortal who has never bathed himself in the dust from the feet of the Lord's devotees is really dead, thought living. Even so, the man who has never known the fragrance of the sacred Tulsi leaves offered at the feet of Lord Vishnu is like a breathing corpse. 24. A heart which does not melt when Sri Hari's name are being uttered is hard like stone, and when the heart melts, tears rush to one's eyes, and the hair stand erect. Sadvika Bhavas. 25. Dear Shuta, what you say is most agreeable to the mind. Now tell us what Sri Shuka, the son of Vyasa, the foremost of devotees and perfect in the knowledge of the spirit, told King Parikshit in reply to his excellent question. 25. Thus ends the third discourse in Book 2 of the great and glorious Bhagavata Purana, otherwise known as the Paramahamsa Samhita. Would be great if the ones who are watching can also do questions regarding to what we are reading on the topics. I am sure that I have something to share with you. Pranams to all of you. Thanks to Thakurji for giving me the chance of reading Srimad Bhagavatam one more time in this morning. Jay Sri Radheshyam.